Hello everyone, Rabbi Abe here. Well, I decided to come outside. It's such a sunny, beautiful day over here. I want to share with you a quick idea from this week's portion, which is called Bishalach. It's the portion from which we understand the exodus of Egypt and the Israelites coming out of their bondage in Egypt and the splitting of the Red Sea. Well, we understand this story, and I'm sure most of us are familiar with this story, but at some point in the story, they're hungry and they don't know what they're going to eat. They complain to Moses, of course. We're the same souls. Complain to Moses, what are we going to eat? And soon enough, manna. We've all heard of the manna that fell from heaven. Manna fell from heaven. And that was the bread of heaven to feed everyone. But of course, Moses gave very specific instructions. He said, only collect what you can eat for the day. Do not leave it overnight for the next day. You're going to get a new portion. So, there were only two people from the crowd that didn't listen to Moses. They were Dathan and Aviram. Datan and Aviram, they didn't listen. They kept it over. Well, what happened, according to the story, is, of course, it rotted, and there were worms in it. It spoiled. Well, Moses was very angry. And the Kabbalist, specifically, he's called the Mensch of Chokhmah, he says, why was Moses angry? Surely this was a great thing. It strengthened the faith of all the people. In one moment, they saw Moses, everything that he was saying was exactly right. He said, don't leave it overnight, and they left it overnight, and it was spoiled. So you see, perfect faith. Moses was angry. Why was Moses angry instead of being happy that everyone was able to see right away that now you can have a perfect faith because you see with certainty what the ramifications are going to be of your actions? He says, no. All the journey of the Israelites through the desert was a struggle. Everything from the time of splitting of the Red Sea to even leaving Egypt, they had to struggle for their faith. And what that means is they had to struggle, going through the struggle, the spiritual struggle to overcome doubt, to overcome uncertainty. They had to go through a struggle. And what are they going to eat? What are we going to eat tomorrow if we don't get food for today? It was a struggle. They had to struggle with their faith and believe that, you know what, it's going to happen. We have to believe in Moses, believe in the Creator, that everything's going to be all right. But now, since they saw an immediate, let's say, cause and effect, there was no longer a struggle. They saw exactly what Moses said. That's what happened. And that was a problem. That's why Moses got angry. Why? Because there would be no longer a challenge in their spiritual work. What's the lesson? They had no other reason to be there anymore if there was no challenge. You see, spiritual work is always going to be a challenge for us. Light isn't through the challenge. We think the light is when I'm on my yacht with my martini, and this is the light, this is the life. Unfortunately, that's not really the light. The real light is when we go through the struggles of life, when we have to fight, when we have to overcome something within ourselves, when we have to fight ourselves, fight our own demons. But that's where the real light is. It's in overcoming uncertainty and doubt that crop up in our life. It's in overcoming even the simplest situations that throw us off course. That's where the light is. Keeping the faith and having the certainty in the process that I'm on, the journey that I'm on, is what's right for me. And whatever happens, it's from the universe. It's the best thing that could possibly happen for me. This is what spiritual work is all about. You know, we can do spiritual things. I often meet people who are into magic or into talking to angels and doing lots of things. And honestly, in my opinion, they're some of the least spiritual people that I've met. Why? Because doing spiritual things doesn't make us a spiritual person. Being willing to go outside of ourselves, sharing with others, helping others, overcoming our doubts and uncertainty, That's what makes a person spiritual, at least according to the Kabbalah. Keep up the fight. Remember, the fight is always with one person. It's never outside. It's always inside. Be blessed, guys, and I'll see you soon.